What if her silence means more than you think? You've stepped back, stopped texting, and gone quiet. But instead of reaching out, she's fallen silent too. Is she truly moving on? Or is something much deeper happening inside her mind? Beneath her composed exterior, emotions are swirling, and every moment without a message from you is making her second-guess everything. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see no contact in a whole new light, and you'll have the upper hand. Section 1. Why women reflect your silence. When you suddenly stop texting and calling, it's more than just a break in communication. It's a shift in the relationship dynamic. Relationships thrive on established patterns, so when you disrupt those patterns, it sends ripples through the connection. Modern women are no strangers to the no-contact approach. They've read about it, seen it work, and even used it themselves. So when you pull back, their instinct isn't to panic, but to mirror your silence. Not because they don't care, but because they want to maintain control. Deep down, she's testing you. She wants to determine whether your silence is genuine or just a manipulation tactic. Is he really moving on? Or is this just a temporary move? By reflecting your silence, she's trying to call your bluff. But here's where the real power lies. While she appears composed, her mind is racing. She's asking herself endless questions. Why did he stop texting? Did I say something wrong? Has he lost interest? As time passes, these thoughts don't fade. They intensify. The truth is, when she mirrors your silence, it's not about being indifferent, it's a defense mechanism. But in doing so, she unknowingly plays right into your hands. The longer you hold your ground, the more her emotions, doubts, and curiosity build. Silence isn't just a tactic, it's a way to reset the balance and make her truly feel your absence. Section 2. How women overthink during no contact. Silence isn't empty. It's filled with questions, doubts, and emotions. When you go quiet, her mind doesn't just rest. It goes into overdrive. At first, she convinces herself that she's fine. He's probably just busy, she reassures herself. But as the hours and days pass, confidence turns to uncertainty. What's he doing? Why hasn't he reached out? Is he over me? Women process emotions through connection. When that connection is suddenly cut off, it leaves a void. And the human brain despises voids. It rushes to fill them with assumptions, scenarios, and imagined explanations. She replays your last conversation over and over, dissecting every word and wondering if she said something wrong. She questions if you've met someone new, and the longer the silence stretches, the more intense this internal storm becomes. Most men mistake her silence for indifference, but in reality, she's caught in an emotional loop, one that only strengthens her attachment to you. And every moment she spends overthinking is a moment she becomes more emotionally invested in what you once had. Section 3. Why she checks your social media. First, in today's world, social media is the go-to tool for staying connected without direct interaction. When you go silent, her first instinct is to check your profiles. She's not just scrolling for entertainment, she's looking for answers. What's he doing? Who's he with? Is he happy? Every post, every update becomes a clue. A gym photo makes her wonder if you're leveling up. A night out with friends makes her question if there's someone new in your life. And if you post nothing at all, that drives her even crazier. Here's the key. Social media can shift the entire dynamic in your favor. A subtle post of you enjoying life signals confidence and independence. But complete silence? That's even more powerful. When she has nothing to analyze, her mind fills in the gaps, often in ways that make her crave you even more. Section 4. The scarcity effect. Why less is more scarcity is one of the most powerful psychological triggers. People value what's rare and take for granted what's always available. This is true for everything, including relationships. If you're constantly texting, calling, and seeking her attention, your presence becomes predictable. But when you pull back, everything changes. Suddenly, your time, energy, and attention are no longer guaranteed. And that absence creates desire. She starts noticing the gap you've left, the messages she no longer receives, the conversations that used to brighten her day. This isn't about playing games, it's about rebalancing the connection. When you create scarcity, she begins to chase what she once took for granted. And that's when you shift from being just another option to the one she can't stop thinking about. Section 5. Why her ego struggles with rejection. Women are constantly surrounded by validation, likes, compliments, attention from admirers. It's a steady flow of reassurance that keeps their confidence high. But when you remove yourself from that equation, it disrupts their reality. At first, she may dismiss it, believing you'll eventually return. But as the silence stretches, self-doubt creeps in. She starts questioning if she misread the situation, if she pushed you away, or if she's truly losing you. This creates a powerful shift. Instead of you chasing her, she begins to feel the need to prove her worth to you. She wants to know that she still has your attention, that she hasn't completely lost you. And once she starts feeling that loss, she'll do whatever it takes to restore the balance. Section 6. The emotional roller coaster. You trigger your silence isn't just absence. It's a catalyst for a range of emotions. At first, she feels indifferent. He's just busy, no big deal. But then, frustration kicks in. Why hasn't he texted yet? Frustration morphs into doubt. Did I mess this up? Is he moving on? Doubt leads to regret. She replays past moments, wondering if she should have acted differently. And finally, regret turns into curiosity, an obsession with knowing what's really going on with you. Women crave emotional stability, and your silence removes that stability. The longer you stay quiet, the more she struggles with the uncertainty. And ultimately, that's what makes her want to reach out. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about reclaiming control. Most men cling to a connection, afraid to lose it. But true confidence comes from knowing your worth and refusing to settle for less than mutual respect and effort. When you walk away, you create a void that forces her to reflect. She realizes that your attention isn't guaranteed, that she may have taken you for granted, and that losing you is a real possibility. And that's when everything changes. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you value, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights. Stay tuned for what's coming next.